It's me, Jessica Weaver, and today I thought I would review girl group comebacks of 2020 so far. I wanted to be brutally honest with all of my reviews because who wants to hear like sugar-coated opinions? These are obviously all my opinions, so you guys don't have to agree. I'm just a girl in my room, I have no impact at all, so don't get pressed if you disagree because it's really not that deep. But before I get into the reviews, be sure to subscribe and click the bell button because it helps my channel a lot to make more videos. Let's get on with it. So the first one is DreamNote Wish. So for this song, I'd rate it 7 out of 10, and for the MV, I'd rate it 8 out of 10. I feel like this was a pretty safe comeback, but I didn't think it was groundbreaking in terms of the song. The visuals of the MV were simple and cute, and they definitely all look gorgeous, but the song was just a bit safe. So next up is ANS Say My Name, and I'd rate the song 8 out of 10 and the MV 7 out of 10. So for the song, it has such like a baddie vibe. I've heard this kind of song before, but I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I think the song is overall good, but it's not like god tier. I think this would be really fun to hear in a club and you can just bop to it easily. But again, it's not groundbreaking, so that's why I didn't rate it higher. I think the girls look gorgeous in the music video, but the one thing I would say is that they go from this like purple and blue aesthetic to like this black and white dark aesthetic, and I think they should have just stuck to one of them, because I think they just are a bit weird when there's two of them in one MV, but that might just be a personal thing. I don't know, I think they should have just stuck to one aesthetic in the music video rather than these two different ones, because they kind of clash and it's just a bit weird to me, but whatever. So next is Taeyeon, Dear Me, and I'd rate the song 6 out of 10 and the MV 8 out of 10. And if y'all don't know me, I've stan Taeyeon for like 11 years. She's my all-time favourite girl in the entire world, but this was honestly not my favourite comeback. The message of the song was so beautiful, but the song itself felt kind of one note for me. The visuals and the aesthetics were obviously gorgeous, but I can't really get into the melody and the song. I usually love her ballads, but this one just wasn't as good for me. So therefore, it's a 6 out of 10. Sorry Taeyeon, I still love you and I spent all my money on you, girl. Next is Everglow Dun Dun, and for the song I'd say 9 out of 10, and for the MV 10 out of 10. This is my favourite Everglow song for sure. It's so badass, they are such queens in this comeback. I do feel like this is a sound that's not new, kind of similar to Say My Name, but I think if you can make a familiar sound and really make it your own, then I don't have an issue, and I feel like they really did that. I am also just so obsessed with the scene where like the giant shadows of Everglow are behind them. It's so simple, but yet it just feels so powerful, and I don't know how to describe it, but I was so pleased with this comeback and I think it's their best so far. Next is Cignature Nu Nu Na Na, and the song is 8 out of 10 and the MV 10 out of 10. I thought this was a really strong debut, and it was one of those songs that I actually felt was a debut. The aesthetics were really cool, and they used colours so well, and it just translated really well. The song itself is just so catchy and easy to listen to, but it's not my favourite release of this year, but I do think it's good, so that's why it's kind of rated as 8 out of 10 and not 10 out of 10, but I still really like this song. Next is Weki Meki Dazzle Dazzle. For this song I put 8 out of 10, and for the MV 10 out of 10. I thought this song was really cute. When I compare it to their other titles, I don't think it's their best, but I do think it's really fun. I do feel that it sounds very summery and it seems more fitted for a summer release, but that's not really a big deal. Overall, I think it's a good song, it's catchy, and the outfits in this MV are just to die for, so there's that as well. Next is LOONA, So What, and the song is 6 out of 10 and the MV is 9 out of 10. I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree with me with this one, but oh well, whatever. In terms of the song, I just thought it was too much. The instrumentals were very busy for me, so I wasn't really a fan of it. I feel like I would like it a lot more if the instrumentals were a bit more stripped back. I was a really big fan of the bridge at the end, but that isn't really enough for me to like the whole song. The MV, however, is another story. I really liked the MV because I loved all the different mix of aesthetics and backgrounds, and I loved the overall baddie vibe that they had going on in the MV. I was actually really looking forward to this comeback because I missed LOONA. I wanted LOONA to come back and I really wanted them to get their first win, so I'm actually really glad they did eventually get their first win, but I do wish it was with maybe Butterfly or Hi Hi More because I do like those songs better, but I'm not mad at all, and I'm really glad they got the first win, so yeah, period. Next up is Rocket Punch Bouncy, and I made the song 5 out of 10 and the MV 9 out of 10. I didn't like this song that much, and there isn't like a main factor on why I didn't like it. I just wasn't really a fan of the melody, and it felt like it was a bit too safe It felt like it could just be a random B-sides on anyone's album. It didn't really have anything unique about it. You know what I mean? I actually really responded to the MV though, because I felt a little bit of nostalgia watching it. The aesthetics reminded me of older K-pop MVs, if you know what I mean. Like, it really gives me like 2013 vibes. I don't know why. So I really responded to the aesthetics, but the song I wasn't really a fan of. Next is Cherry Bullet Hands Up, and the song is 9 out of 10 and the MV 8 out of 10. I really loved this song. It was a sound I've never really heard before and it was very different. I loved the sampling of Fur Release. It was an interesting little detail, and the instrumentals kind of reminded me of the game Portal, if any of y'all know that. And I don't know what it is about this song, but I just enjoy the whole vibe of it. I really liked the MV and it made me fall in love with Yuji more. And another thing, I don't know the name of the rapper just yet, but I really like the rapper's voice. It really stood out to me in this song, so you guys gotta tell me the name of the rapper as well. But yeah, this was a really strong comeback and it should have got more attention. Next is Moonbyul Eclipse, and I put the song as 7 out of 10 and the MV 9 out of 10. The reason this song doesn't have a higher rating is because it feel like it could have had a better ending and a final chorus. It kind of made the song feel like it was a bit one note and there was not much progression, but I was actually happy that she sang a lot in the song because I actually really like her singing more than her rapping. And the one thing I really loved about this song was the build up to the chorus. That made me feel hyped as hell. Next up is ITZY Wannabe. I put the song as 9 out of 10 and the MV is 9 out of 10. The song for me was really good. The only reason it hasn't got 10 out of 10 is because I wasn't really a fan of the start of the second verse. I know that sounds nitpicky, but I don't care. This is my review, so, you know. And yeah, I really have no other criticisms apart from that. I think we all tried doing that shoulder thing that Ryujin does in the mirror like a million times and failed miserably. I know I did, and you guys can't say you didn't either because I know you did. I know what you're doing in your room and you're doing that dance. So next up is ITZY Fiesta. The song is 9 out of 10 and the MV is 10 out of 10. This comeback would have been perfect to me if it didn't have that trumpet beat drop bit after the chorus. I didn't like it and I thought it kind of cheapened the song a little bit, but I couldn't look past it because it's not the entire song, it's just one little bit of it. So it doesn't really ruin the song, but I just thought it sounded a little bit cheap and I thought they could have went with something better for a beat drop. I thought this was an overall really good comeback, and I'm glad they actually came back after all of the scandals and stuff happened with the voting jazz and all that. I don't want to get into it, but I'm really glad they're back and I really like this comeback. So yeah. Next is Dreamcatcher Scream, and the song is 10 out of 10, the MV is 10 out of 10. This song is so cool. I love the sound, but I always really love Dreamcatcher's sound, and it always reminds me of anime openings like Rose and Maiden and animes like that. I've got no criticisms for this song or MV because I just think they slayed in both aspects. It's just so cool, and I love that bit where it goes like scream scream scream, you know the bit, you know that bit? Yeah, that is my favorite part of the song. I don't know why, I just love it. I love it. Next is Alexa Do or Die, and I put the song as 5 out of 10 and the MV as 9 out of 10. The issue I have with this song is that it kind of started at like a level 10, and when you start a song off at a 10, there's not really any room for progression, so I kind of felt underwhelmed when it came to the chorus. Because the song started off at a 10, there was nowhere else to really go from there apart from down, you know what I mean? So I was a bit underwhelmed by the chorus, but I do really like Alexa's aesthetic. I like the whole kind of cyber space kind of thing she has going on. She's really made it her niche, and I think it looks pretty cool, and it's definitely not really something that I've seen many idols touch upon with this kind of whole like cyber, like dark cyber kind of aesthetic. So I do like that, and I do like Alexa because she's tiny like me, so I relate to her a lot. Next up is Asa by Cignature, and I put the song as 9 out of 10 and the MV as 9 out of 10. I thought this song was pretty awesome. I love the whole beat drop. That was my favorite part of the song. The reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is because after the first chorus they do like this weird bit where the instrumentals change and they do like a whole thing, but I thought it was unnecessary, but it didn't ruin the song because it was only a short part of it, and I just love the aesthetics. They use the colours really well, and the MV is really cool. So Asa are really showing themselves to be like these really cool rookies, and I want to keep up with them more, so period. Next up is Idols Oh My God, and I put this as a 10 out of 10 for both. I love this song, and I thought it was something I've never heard before. The lyrics had me shook to the core. I thought all the members had really good lines. You know, no one was really left out, I thought they all showcased their voices and their talents really, really well, and the MV was just so like, whoa, like, you know what I mean? It just left me shook. I was saying, oh my god, you know? So yeah, this was a really, really strong comeback and I liked it a lot. So 10 out of 10. Next is Apink Dum Durum. Song is 7 out of 10. MV 10 out of 10. This isn't my favourite Apink comeback and I feel like it didn't progress that much. It felt one note. I don't think the song itself is bad, but I just feel like it could be better knowing their talent. I found myself enjoying the music video more than the song, which isn't really a good thing because when you put your headphones in, the MV isn't there, you know? Every single part of the music video was pretty, like every single shot was gorgeous. The MV had me dying at how pretty it was, and it was definitely the most visually pleasing music video Apink have ever done. But the song could be a lot better. And you know, another thing that kind of irked me, and I know it's just a video shoot, but you should never put a grey parrot in a cage that small. It's not very nice on the parrot, so don't do that again, thank you! Next up is April La La Li La La, and the song is 8 out of 10 and the MV is 9 out of 10. I thought this song was very catchy and it's very easy to listen to. I didn't think it was groundbreaking, so that's why I didn't rate it higher, but again, I just think it's really easy listening to and it has a really nice melody. The aesthetics are really pretty, the girls look really pretty. They did well on this song and I like it. Simple. Next is Solar Spit It Out. I put as the song 6 out of 10 and the MV 10 out of 10. First, I want to talk about how amazing and hot and sexy and amazing and beautiful Solar looks in the MV, because that really shook me hard. I was sitting there watching the MV, jaw dropped. But the song, let's talk about it. The reason the song isn't rated higher is because I thought the chorus could have been better, and I ended up liking the verses more than the chorus, and I think it should be the other way around. I also think the song needed more progression, and it's a bit disappointing because I know Solar has such an amazing voice and I feel like her voice wasn't used to the best of her ability. The end felt underwhelming and I felt if there was a key change on the last chorus, it could have changed the song. So yeah, this wasn't really her best song, but I do really think the MV is gorgeous, and I'm also really sad that it wasn't a mini album. I thought there was going to be more songs, so I was a bit sad, but whatever. I'm just looking forward to seeing more stuff from Mamamoo in general, so we'll just see what has the future got on hold. Next, we have Chungha, Stay Tonight. I put this song as 4 out of 10 and the MV as 10 out of 10. I know this is a pre-release, but I thought I'd talk about it anyways, so let's get into it. I feel like this one will have a lot of people mad at me and they'll disagree with me, but oh well. I personally think this is her worst release. I did not like the verses at all. I felt like the melody she was singing didn't match the instrumentals. The chorus was okay, and I felt that was the best part because it felt cohesive, but that was about it. I think in terms of the aesthetics of the MVs, this was her best one. I wasn't a fan of her blonde hair at all, and now that she's back to dark hair, I'm so happy because I just think she looks ethereal with dark hair. I used to think her prettiest MV was Roller Coaster, but now I think this is her prettiest MV. I'm just really sad that the song isn't as good as the MV. But regardless, I can't wait to see her actual comeback that is coming up soon. So hopefully that'll impress me more than this song because I was really just not. Oh My Girl Nonstop is next. I put the song as 8 out of 10 and the MV as 9 out of 10. I thought this song was really fun and cute. The MV was really pretty. I love the colour schemes they used. But the song itself is cute and it felt summery. I can hear it being released in the summer. I didn't really like the rap parts. I thought they were a bit unnecessary and it kind of ruined the vibe of the song, but it wasn't really a big issue. The song is overall cute and fun to listen to. I don't think it's groundbreaking and it's not something I've never heard before, but again, it's cute and fun to listen to and it's simple and I think that's effective. So I don't hate this, but I'm not obsessed with it. You know what I mean? Next is GWSN Bazooka, and I thought the song was 7 out of 10 and the MV was 6 out of 10. So when I check out a group's releases, I always think about their previous releases and how they compare to their previous releases. I personally think this is my least favourite release of theirs because it doesn't really feel like GWSN. With their previous releases, they felt like they all had a certain niche or a certain sound and aesthetic, and I don't really mind that they're trying out a different style, but I feel like the song just sounded like a B-side that any random girl group would have on their album. It doesn't feel unique to them. The MV aesthetics were cute, but I wasn't a fan of the empty warehouse shots. I thought it kind of cheapened the MV slightly. I think if they had less of those shots, I think the MV would be prettier, but overall, I prefer the other releases. So that is all for now. I might do a follow-up video on the second half of 2020 depending on how this one goes off. Remember, these are just opinions and they aren't facts, so you can't be too mad at me, okay? I ain't telling anyone they have to agree, right? But I'd love to know if you guys agreed or strongly disagreed or strongly agreed or whatever. I want to know what your guys' opinions were on the comeback, so please do tell me in the comments below. I love talking to everyone because it's fun. Remember to follow me if you want to keep up with me, and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. And with that, I'm gonna go. Remember to stan Taeyeon and watch Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood for clear skin. And stan Vocaloid. I love you, Hatsune Miku. I love you.